Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take stacks of information and, well, we distill it down to the core of what you really need to know.
Exactly.
Today, we're plunging into the fascinating world of Chainlink. It's a topic we know is top of mind for you, our expert crypto investor and developer listener.
That's right. Yeah, our mission today is to thoroughly unpack the Chainlink ecosystem. We want to look at it specifically from the perspective of someone like you thinking about becoming a participant node.
Okay.
So we'll explore, how you get involved, what the commitment looks like, both tech and financial potential returns, and crucially, is this a smart business move?
Right. And can it be dovetailed with existing crypto operations you might have?
Precisely. We're
Yeah.
planning to go broad and deep on this one.
Okay. We've pulled together a really rich collection of sources for this deep dive. We've got CoinShares research, Chainlink's own white papers, market predictions, lots of community discussions too.
Good stuff.
We're going to distill the most important nuggets, give you that comprehensive understanding without the information overload. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So, before we dive straight into becoming a node operator, maybe let's just establish Chainlink's core identity first. Many listening probably know it generally, but what exactly is Chainlink and why is it so indispensable in the blockchain space?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how Chainlink tackles what's known as the oracle problem. Blockchains, they're inherently isolated systems.
Right, walled gardens.
Exactly. They can't just reach out and grab real-world data like stock prices or weather updates or, sports scores, not without a trusted intermediary.
And that's where Chainlink comes in.
That's precisely where it steps in. It
Yeah.
acts as this decentralized middleware. Think of it like a secure, reliable translator. It delivers tamper-proof, aggregated data from outside systems directly onto smart contracts.
And onto any blockchain.
Onto pretty much any blockchain, yeah. It really opens up the whole rest of the world to decentralized finance, DeFi, and honestly, all other blockchain applications too. It massively boosts their utility.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So the bridge, essentially, the critical link between on-chain logic and off-chain reality.
Mhm.
And our sources suggest it's not just a player, but like the dominant one,
Yeah.
reportedly twice as big as Maker, its nearest competitor.
Yeah, it's definitely the market leader.
What gave it that edge? Any specific strategic moves or tech innovations that really pushed it ahead?
That's a great question. Look, Chainlink's dominance isn't just about being early. It's really this relentless focus on security, reliability, and crucially, decentralization at scale.
Okay.
I mean, that 4-year record without hacks, while securing, what was it, $8.5 trillion in value, that's not just luck or good uptime.
No, that's significant.
It demonstrates a really deep understanding of economic security. The value Chainlink secures basically dwarfs any potential cost to attack it. That itself creates this unique kind of security mechanism.
Making it economically irrational to attack.
Exactly. Its security is almost baked into its financial architecture, not just its code. They built this really robust incentive system. It rewards honest nodes and it severely punishes the bad actors. That's how it became this sort of de facto standard for securing high-value stuff.
So the foundation sounds incredibly solid, built on those economic principles as much as code.
Yeah.
What about the team behind it? Any unique aspects of their backgrounds that you think really shaped Chainlink's path?
The team is definitely notable, and yeah, their backgrounds have absolutely shaped its ambition. You've got the co-founders, Sergey Nazarov and Steve Ellis, from NYU backgrounds in philosophy management and comp sci, respectively. Started back in 2017 with this clear vision.
Okay.
Then there's Ari Jules, chief scientist,
Yeah.
PhD in computer science, background at Dell, RSA, obviously crucial for the hardcore crypto security side.
Yeah.
But the name that often catches people's eye, and I think signifies something bigger, is Eric Schmidt as a strategic advisor.
Former Google CEO and chairman.
The very same. He was central to shaping the early internet, right?
Yeah.
His involvement signals more than just belief in a crypto project. It suggests alignment with a vision for foundational infrastructure for global systems.
That's a really interesting point, someone who understands building at that scale.
Exactly. It tells you Chainlink isn't just aiming to be another crypto thing. They're aiming to build, the next layer of global financial and data infrastructure, a unified Internet of Contracts, as they call it.
That is ambitious. Okay,
Yeah.
so for our listener, the expert investor and developer, the immediate question is, how do you actually become a participant node? What's the core mechanism to get involved and provide these services?
Right. Getting down to brass tacks. Becoming a node operator really centers on the link token and its role in staking.
Okay, staking.
And the link token itself is interesting. It's an ERC-677, which is an extension of the common ERC-20.
What's the difference there? Why ERC 677?
Good catch. Unlike a basic ERC-20, ERC-677 lets you send data along with the token transfer in a single transaction.
Ah.
It sounds subtle, but it's powerful. It simplifies how smart contracts request and pay for Oracle data, reduces complexity, reduces gas costs, both for users and for the node operators getting paid.
Makes sense. Efficiency matters. So
Yeah.
operators need to stake LENK as collateral.
Yes, that's the core requirement. You have to stake LK.
So it's definitely not just about running some software then. You got to put some serious skin in the game. What kind of financial commitment are we talking about generally?
Precisely. Skin in the game is the perfect way to put it. This staking acts as the guarantee for data delivery, for user assurances, for the network's overall security. It's how Chainlink enforces trust in this, trustless environment.
Right.
Data providers have actual capital at risk. If they mess up, if they fail to send data, or worse, send inaccurate data
They get punished.
swiftly, their staked collateral gets slashed. It's enforced automatically by smart contracts. A monitoring contract spots the issue, triggers the slashing.
Wow.
It's this direct economic incentive for honesty that really underpins Chainlink's security record we talked about.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for someone looking at this as a potential business. How does that staking actually translate into earning revenue? And how does the slashing risk factor into profitability?
Right. So staking Link directly boosts a node's reputation and its ability to get data delivery jobs. More links staked, plus a good performance history, means more trust.
Okay.
And more trust means you're more likely to get picked for higher value data requests. Node operators also get flexibility. They can set their price for providing that, cryptographically truthful, decentralized, tamper-proof data.
And they get paid per job.
Per job, essentially. They receive a fixed per-round payment from the smart contract that requested the data. Now, about slashing and profit, this is where the watchdog mechanism is fascinating.
Watchdog.
Yeah. If a watchdog node correctly spots and alerts that an aggregated report from a majority of other nodes in a network is wrong,
They get a reward.
a substantial reward, they get all the slash deposits from those misbehaving nodes.
All of it.
All of it. And that can sometimes be more than half the combined deposits of all the nodes involved in that specific job. It's a massive incentive to keep everyone honest and vigilant.
Wow, that is a powerful, almost ingenious incentive structure, really designed to ensure data integrity and keep operators on their toes. But, for our listener, are there active discussions or maybe criticisms in the community about this? Could it be gamed? How does Chainlink stop that?
That's a totally fair question. And yeah, the community is always discussing ways to optimize things. Like any complex system, there are theoretical attack vectors, game theory angles people explore.
Like collusion, maybe?
Yeah,
Or stake concentration?
exactly. Those are common discussion points. But Chainlink's architecture tries to mitigate this in layers. Requiring a large number of independent nodes helps. Using cryptographic proofs is crucial, and they're constantly evolving the DAWNs, the decentralized Oracle networks to spread the risks.
So multiple layers of defense.
Right. The whole design aims to make attacks economically unviable. The cost to successfully compromise the network, especially with those watchdog incentives, should far outweigh any potential profit from doing so. Plus, they're actively researching and rolling out more advanced crypto-economic security models all the time.
Okay, that makes sense. Constant evolution is key. So it's about providing data, earning fees, securing the network through staking, and this watchdog vigilance.
Yeah.
But our listener also specifically asked about the hardware, software, and network investment. We don't need a shopping list, but what kind of operational environment are we talking about? What tech would a node operator be interacting with? Is it getting more complex?
Oh, absolutely. Getting more complex. And that touches on the evolution of Chainlink itself. We're moving way beyond just basic data feeds now.
Right.
The decentralized Oracle networks, the DAWNs, they're the foundation for what they call Chainlink 2.0. These DAWNs are groups of nodes cooperating on much more complex tasks.
Not just fetching a price.
No, not at all. They can read and write to local storage. They can communicate securely with other programs off-chain. They can even perform computations themselves. For a developer running a node, this means you're moving from managing maybe a simple API connection to overseeing a piece of a distributed computational network.
So definitely not just running a basic data scraper anymore.
Far, far from it. Chainlink's really evolving into this general purpose framework. It provides the computational resources that smart contracts need for really advanced functions.
Like what?
Well, things like hybrid smart contracts, securely mixing on-chain code with off-chain data and computation. This is huge because think about it, most real-world applications need external info.
Right. An insurance contract needs weather data, or a loan needs interest rates.
Exactly. Data that doesn't live on the blockchain natively. A
Right.
node operator running within a DON facilitates that secure interaction.
Okay, that definitely points to a more sophisticated software and infrastructure setup. We also saw mentions in our research of things like fair sequencing services, FSS, verifiable random functions, VRFs, and automations. What do these advanced capabilities mean for a node operator, like technically?
Yeah, these are where your expertise as a developer really comes into play. Take fair sequencing services, FSS. That's about preventing front running in DeFi.
Stopping bots from jumping the queue on trades.
Precisely. So if you're running a node contributing to FSS, you're not just passing data, you're actively part of a protocol layer that guarantees fair transaction ordering. That might mean running specialized sequencing software, needing really low latency connections, robust processing power. You're ensuring fairness across a decentralized network.
Okay, demanding. What about VRS?
Chainlink VRF, verifiable random function. It provides randomness that's cryptographically provable, super important for gaming, NFTs, any process needing fair, unpredictable selection.
Provably fair dice rolls in a blockchain game, for example.
Exactly. As a node operator, you could be part of the network generating this tamper-proof randomness. That requires high security cryptographic integrity in your setup. You can't mess that up.
Got it. And automations.
Chainlink automation is basically a framework for automating complex tasks that link blockchains to the real world. Think about keeping things running reliably. For example, managing those complex DeFi instruments like, say, rebasing volatility tokens. We saw Suatai's crypto volatility index mentioned.
Right. Tokens whose supply or value changes based on market conditions.
Exactly. That needs constant, automated, secure, external data feeds to work correctly. Chainlink nodes running automation provide that reliable keeper service. It signals a real demand for nodes that can run these consistent, automated tasks 2004/7 with extremely high uptime, often interacting with complex logic off-chain.
It really sounds like a node operator could be involved in a huge range of these complex, high-value services. Far beyond simple data feeds, you're potentially providing specialized computation, ensuring fairness, generating randomness. For an expert developer, this isn't just server admin, it's deep protocol integration.
That's a perfect summary.
Okay, let's get right to the heart of our listener's query then. Is this a good business? And that crucial follow-up, can their hardware and software investments dovetail with other activities, maybe running other kinds of nodes?
Right, the bottom line. Well, the economic model is definitely designed to incentivize people sticking around. Node revenue can be volatile, let's be clear.
Yeah, we saw some figures, daily revenue for just one feed, like ETH/USD, swinging wildly from maybe $27,000 to over $90,000 in just 1 week, back in March 2021.
Exactly. It fluctuates with network usage and fees. But the longer-term outlook, both for the Link token itself and the network's overall growth, seems generally bullish, according to analysts.
We saw some pretty optimistic price predictions from places like TradingView and GovCapital, some forecasting massive potential ROI way out by 2050.
Yeah, some truly astronomical numbers get thrown around. But, and this is a huge but, crypto markets are incredibly volatile. Those are just predictions, definitely not financial advice. You have to treat them with extreme caution.
Absolutely. But the business for an operator isn't just about the LNK token price going up, right?
Right.
It's fundamentally about network activity and actually capturing value from running the node.
Exactly right. The future fee opportunity, or FFO, is a really key implicit incentive here. Think of it as your potential to earn more as the network grows and the services get more complex and valuable.
And your FFO depends on.
Heavily influenced by your track record.
Mhm.
Correctness, timeliness, uptime, your reputation matters. Also, your access to premium data sources can make a difference. And being part of reputable, high-demand DONs.
So it creates a virtuous cycle. Perform well, get more valuable jobs, reputation grows.
Precisely. As the network grows and your reputation builds, your FFO increases. And theoretically, as the network gets more secure and efficient, user fees could potentially come down, driving even more demand for Chainlink services, attracting more users. It's designed to scale. This is where your operational excellence really translates into business growth.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, about leveraging existing investments. This is key for someone maybe already running infrastructure. Can Chainlink node operations actually be combined with other crypto activities, like running validators for other chains?
Now this is where it gets really interesting for a developer or investor looking for efficiency. The answer is yes, absolutely. Chainlink DAWNs are specifically designed to be blockchain agnostic,
Meaning?
meaning a single DAWN, your node setup, can push data feeds to multiple different blockchains simultaneously.
Oh, wow, so you're not locked into one ecosystem.
Not at all. You could be serving Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Avalanche, you name it, potentially all from the same core infrastructure. Your setup isn't siloed.
That's huge for efficiency.
It is, and our sources explicitly mention cross-platform activity. They note that quite a few successful Chainlink node operators already have well-established operations as, say, proof-of-stake validators on other networks, or even as data providers in traditional non-blockchain contexts.
So it directly supports that idea of dovetailing.
Exactly. If you're already running servers, maybe a data center for traditional clients, or you're validating for Polkadot or something, you can potentially leverage that existing hardware, network connectivity, and crucially, your operational expertise to also run Chainlink nodes.
Optimizing your capital spend, diversifying revenue.
That's the idea, making your infrastructure sweat, basically.
That's a really powerful point for optimization, especially for someone operating at scale. And the growth trajectory sounds strong too. We heard Sergey Nazarov talking about a final stage of blockchain adoption. What does that institutional vision mean for node operators, both opportunities and maybe challenges?
Yeah, Nazarov pointed to 2024 as being pivotal for, serious capital markets adoption. Central banks, big financial institutions, governments starting to work with Chainlink to build out systems potentially using the Chainlink standard.
And he sees 2025 as,
As the year, a lot of that groundwork starts to come to fruition with, as he put it, very valuable, high-end, high-quality institutional use cases. The big vision is this unified Internet of Contracts where DeFi and traditional finance kind of merge.
leading to government endorsement, wider adoption.
That's the goal. Now, for a node operator, the opportunity is massive, right? A huge potential increase in demand for highly reliable, basically institution-grade data services.
What the challenge?
The challenge will be meeting the incredibly stringent requirements those institutions will have. Compliance, security audits, near-perfect uptime, maybe even geographical redundancy. It's going to push operators towards much higher operational standards. It won't be a hobbyist game at that level.
A higher bar, but potentially much bigger rewards. That's an incredibly ambitious vision, and the partnerships seem to back it up, pushing Chainlink into really interesting territory.
For sure.
Speaking of those partnerships, yeah, our sources were just full of them. MasterCard, Swift, central banks. Chainlink seems to be connecting everywhere. What are some of the most compelling examples you saw? What do they really signal about future demand?
The sheer breadth is fascinating, you're right. It really shows how deeply Chainlink is integrating across finance. That MasterCard partnership is a big one, aiming to let potentially 3 billion cardholders buy crypto directly on-chain using Chainlink infrastructure.
That's not just a simple payment gateway, is it?
No, it involves integrating complex things like identity verification, seamless payment rails, all needing secure off-chain connections. Then you have SWIFT, the global banking messaging network.
Right, the backbone of traditional finance communication.
They're working with Chainlink's CCIP, that's the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol, to let banks connect to any blockchain, public or private, using their existing SWIFT messaging standards.
That's huge for tokenized assets, cross-border payments.
Massive. It basically paves the way for traditional assets to move onto blockchains and for value to flow between them securely. Think of the Oracle demand that generates moving data, triggering transactions across networks. And you even mentioned Brazil's central bank using Chainlink with Microsoft for a CBDC project focused on improving trade finance.
Wow.
Each one of these partnerships represents potentially enormous increases in transaction volume, data requests, and the need for that high-integrity data delivery that nodes provide. It directly translates into more work, more opportunities, more potential revenue for skilled operators.
That's incredibly significant. It really does span the whole spectrum, from retail access right up to central bank digital currencies. It underscores Chainlink's positioning as this core underlying infrastructure. Okay, so for our listener who's heard all this and wants to learn more, maybe get directly involved, what's the practical path forward? How do they engage with this ecosystem and keep growing?
A key thing to look into is the Chainlink Build program. It's specifically designed to help accelerate the growth of projects within the Chainlink ecosystem, whether they're early-stage startups or more established players.
And what does Build offer participants?
As a participant, you'd get direct support from Chainlink's own solution architects, real technical help. You get early access to new Chainlink products and services, which is a big advantage, plus marketing guidance and really valuable networking opportunities within the Chainlink community and their whole partner network.
So it's more than just documentation, it's active support.
Very much so. It's an ongoing enrollment. It's global, remote-friendly, usually runs for about a year. For a developer or an existing crypto business thinking of becoming a node operator or building on Chainlink, it seems like a prime way to get plugged in. It's not just theory. It's hands-on support to integrate, build, find your niche, maybe even land specific data service contracts or collaborations.
That sounds like a very clear pathway for engagement and getting that robust support needed. And it sounds like it's not just a one-off program, there's ongoing support afterwards.
Exactly. The documentation suggests continued ecosystem support and opportunities for collaboration even after the formal program ends. They seem invested in building long-term relationships.
Right.
So for an expert developer or an investor like our listener with existing infrastructure, Build looks like a way not just to participate, but to actively help shape and leverage this whole evolving landscape of decentralized services. It provides those connections and that early access you'd need to really capture some of those high-value institutional opportunities we were just talking about.
This deep dive has really unpacked a lot about the Chainlink ecosystem, highlighting its, critical role in Web3, the actual mechanics of becoming and running a node, the business potential, and how it's actively working to bridge TradFi with the decentralized world.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that becoming a Chainlink node operator is a serious commitment. It involves staking significant link, getting comfortable with advanced tech like DONs, FSS, VRFs, automations, and really understanding those incentive structures, both the rewards and the risks, like slashing.
Hmm.
But the ability to potentially dovetail this with other crypto operations you might already run, combined with that huge institutional push and adoption, it really does suggest a robust and expanding field. There's substantial long-term potential there, especially for those who have the technical chops and the financial backing.
So for you, our expert crypto investor and developer listener, perhaps the question to really mull over after all this is, in this increasingly interconnected and automated global economy, where traditional finance and blockchain are clearly converging faster than ever, just how much foundational value is going to be unlocked by bridging the real world with smart contracts through decentralized oracles like Chainlink?
And building on that,
Yeah.
what unique, high-value opportunities does that create specifically for those like you, who are capable of building and operating right at that critical intersection?
Something to think about.